This is an Infoblips LLC podcast network production. Today's date is May 26, 2024.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly wrap-up with John and Yancy. My name is John Haynes, and I'm here with my co-host and friend, Yancy Seals.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Hey, John.
What's happening, bro? Nothing much, man. Just I have to say I'm digging this Cali weather. But yeah, I know everybody's like, are you coming back? No.
Where are you staying? You staying in California, John?
Yeah, I'm not staying, but I'm gonna be here for an extended period of time, and I'm gonna be visiting here a whole lot more than I really thought, especially this time of year,
Okay.
but I love the East Coast winters though, man. You can't beat that Hallmark look when you wake up in the morning for me. You wake up in the morning, it's like, yeah, you drive down the street and you get that Hallmark feeling, and I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. But I'm pretty sure some places in Cali it does that. But I just tend to be, better on the East Coast for me.
It's in South Central.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Right. South Central California, right. South Central Connecticut. No. Yeah. Central part of the state. But yeah, man, I haven't even been, you know what, man? I haven't even been to LA at all. I thought about going down to where I used to live, and I thought about it. But I did go to the LA County Fair for the first time in 50 years.
Wow. It hasn't changed.
No. But you know what?
Is there a fun zone still?
Still is fun zone. But Yancy, my brother took me to, because he goes to the fair all the time, and he took me to parts of the fair I didn't even know existed, man. I didn't know they had all those exhibit halls. I didn't know they had all the different. No, man. When I went in there, it was straight for business, the fun zone and girls. That was about it.
I understand. Everybody trying to learn nothing.
That's right. I wasn't trying to look for nothing but some booty, and that was about it. And that's the truth.
You guys heard it, right? Okay.
That's the truth, man. That is the truth. And the fun zone and the rides, man, that was about all I was looking for. But he told me that's why it was like a new experience, man. We went through all the different exhibits that they have. They have very interesting exhibits and different things that's happening. A wine tasting, who knew? I did the wine tasting thing there. I was like, wow. And they have some really good wines. I was like, wait a minute. I've been missing all this, but and I hadn't been there in 50 years. But it was nice. Yeah, I hear you. Got your P-Town hat on. Yeah. So, yeah. But I mean, go ahead.
I've been to the fair. I don't know how long. I don't know. I just haven't been. But I've been to a lot of exhibits, and when I have been going, so yeah.
See, I never.
I was going there for fun.
Yeah, right.
Higher learning capacity to increase my.
All right, if there's a flash of light that goes through the screen, that's lightning hitting him, okay? Boy, good and well, we were out to the same thing. But you probably, honestly, I felt so dumb. I was like, I never knew the Pomona Fair had this, and all back up in the growing, all the horticulture. And it makes sense because, Cal Poly and all the horticulture, all the growing things, teaching people how to grow stuff. I'm like, wow, man, look at this. Look what I've been missing, all this time. Tunnel vision. See, that's an example of tunnel vision. You only see what you want, which exposed to you or what you want to see. And that was tunnel vision when I was younger, and I'm trying to broaden my vision. I've been broadening it over these past 67 years, I guess.
Absolutely so.
So what's up with you, man? What's going on with you?
I think of a whole lot. You know what? I was listening to the news just the other day. I guess you guys see we're switching to the news now, right?
Yeah, we'll switch to we're going to the news now.
The news the other day, and did it surprise me or did it surprise anybody else? But Nikki Haley says she's voting for Trump.
No, man. Nikki Haley was a fraud. I knew it all along. I mean, we knew it all along. She was just She was just a fraud. I mean, now she wants to be vice president. Okay, so she'll say anything. She's gonna drop down and kiss the royal scepter. But I had no faith in her, man. But yeah.
I
Mm.
just don't see this, man. I just don't get it. So the guy went out to the Bronx the other day, somewhere. Where was he? In Brooklyn or Bronx or something like
Brooklyn, I think Brooklyn, yeah.
that?
I
Yeah,
think.
and these two characters were there.
Yeah, I saw. Oh my God, I saw that.
Not Stephen
Man,
Fetchit. On the other side,
yes.
these are the criminal Stephen Fetchits. Okay.
Yep.
This is what Trump does. He says, "Oh, let me get in. Let me see if I can get the black vote and the brown vote." And he did it by bringing two criminal elements. Both
Yeah.
of them right now have been indicted for second-degree murder, something like that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. They're criminals, but birds of a feather, bro. I mean, you know,
Where are we,
birds
man?
of a
Where
feather.
are we, guys? Where
Birds
are we?
of a
Come on.
feather. I'm
You know
telling you,
what?
yeah.
I heard something the other day, and I totally agree. That GOP, Republicans, left side, they run the long game. They're playing the
Yeah.
long. Remember when Trump said back in 2016, what do you got to lose, black people? Vote for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ever since then,
Oh yeah.
long game, he's been ticking up 3%, 5%, 8%. Now it's 12% black.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To go, John.
And that's what the Republicans do. They play the long game. The see, been there, done that, but most people haven't. Okay, and when you find out at the end of it, it's an empty tunnel, and everything they're not going to promise you, but they perceive to promise you is nothing but a lie. I mean, that at the end of the day, they just want power. Okay, they do not give a damn about you other than your vote. Okay, and that's actually that is both sides, but the Republicans are more. Uh, they try to be more slick about it. And like you said, the long game, they play the long game. When I look and I know some people black people that support Trump, and I look at it and try to figure out why. Why are you? Most of them are very angry with the government. Most of them are very angry, and it depends on what part of the country they live in. Most of them haven't received what they think is what they need from the government, or that they're giving too much away to people, which both are misinformation that's been spread by politicians, which is one of the problems we're going to have with this election is politicians spreading false information or what they call misleading information. And I listen. I listen to the things. I listen to them, and I know it's futile to argue, and I know that's not my point. My point is to try to figure out how do I counteract that by by posting, things that are factual, unbiasedly factual. And anyway, I went on a tangent. Sorry.
No. That's great. It was directly in line, so I get it. I'm just completely flabbergasted about all of it. It just I understand, but I just can't get my brain around why anyone would say, you know what, I choose you. I choose you. You, the criminal, the person who
It's
bought.
right. The indicted criminal, the convicted criminal. I mean, but that's where people are right now. It's more of an objection vote than it really is a vote for something that's in their best interest. And most of them, they see short-sightedly, and they're not looking at the whole picture. I mean, but everybody is where they need to be. I mean, and here's what I've concealed myself to understanding that if if Trump wins, then the United States is going to cease to exist, and we're going to have to exist in a different type of structure. Um, it's happened before. I mean, in countries, and if we allow that to happen, that's if we allow that to happen. If he doesn't win, there's going to be civil war. So either way, there's going to be change.
Yeah, I truly believe that there is a small element of the American people that want to see Trump change. They want to see what's he really going to do. What is America really going to look like under another Trump regime? Is it going to be autonomy? Is it going to be that type of administration everyone's talking about? I believe yes. I do believe yes. But I still think there is a certain amount of people who wants to see that. They want to see how that's going to turn out. I really do.
You know, there's a saying that uh, I heard a long time ago, and you said it, and we said it. When someone tells you and shows you who they are, that's who they are. I mean, you don't have to guess. You don't have to guess. He's telling you exactly what he's going to do. He's going to get rid of the FBI. He's going to go after people who did not, they're going to criminalize people that didn't do what they wanted them to do, that he wanted them to do. And I can see that happening. I'll be honestly, I can, but the way they do it is going to be like, because they're going to spin it to where the people who support them, that are logical people, they're going to be, well, those are criminals. They're going to make them out of criminals, and they're going to skewer things to make it seem like, they did this to the American public, and they lied, and they did this, and they did that, and they did, which, I mean, if you want to say that the United States government was the whole United States, period. And I'll go on record saying this. I've said it before. The existence of the United States is based on a lie and bloodshed. Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
So why should we expect anything else?
100%. It really has been. So that's really no change. So yeah.
Man, you got me. See, you got me. Yes, he has a way to get there. I wasn't even thinking like that this morning, but there's my brain. That's where I'm at. I'm like, look, this is America. Why do we're believing in the facade of America. And they're really good. Psychologically, they're really good because they get us to buy into their lie. Like I watch now a lot of Westerns, right? A lot of Westerns. Like I like old Westerns. And
Yeah.
I thought about this when I was younger. I said, they had me going for the Indians. And they're not even Indians, they're native people, right? They had me pulling for the cowboys.
White actors, because they didn't use maybe.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, wow, what a brain, a psychological, thing that they did to everybody, not just us, to everybody.
And that's what
Um,
for years. This is the exact reason why we can always point our finger back to slavery for some of the things that we've done.
oh
This,
yeah,
John, this shit called what is it? What's the fingerprint stuff? What's it called?
fingerprint and stuff.
Whatever. Yeah, fingerprint stuff. The DNA.
DNA. Okay, yeah.
DNA is other man. This
Oh,
DNA all the way back, and you got to say, well, it's got to be in. It's coming forward, so it's got to be in me now. So that's why I feel and think some of the things that they probably felt back in the day.
oh
Now,
yeah.
that's one thing. And then I want to talk about this. Trump is going around lying again, John.
Again, surprise. Yeah.
This time the boy said that the FBI has been planning to assassinate his ass.
I heard that. And
This
that, and
against the damn law.
see, and here's the, oh man, when I read that, I almost fell off my chair. I went, what? Wait a minute. But see, he's starting the demonization of that office. So that way, when he wins, he can go after them. He's like saying that they gave a shoot to kill order when they raided Mar-a-Lago, right? And so the thing is, it's easy to prove him a lie, but once he says it, it's out there.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Think about it. That is what I heard from Garland, Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland came on TV and disputed that shit right away. I've never seen him move that damn fast. But he came on and he said that is a boilerplate template that everybody has. It's the same one. The same verbiage was on Biden's. The exact same one.
Yeah, exactly.
So this dude said the FBI wanted to assassinate me. So what does that say? Hello, red meat. Guess what's going on? They try to kill me. Or they try to kill the president.
Yep.
Drugs coming out the hills of Tennessee and backwoods with their guns and muskets.
Yeah. I mean, but again, he's setting it. That's why I'm looking at things, man. He's setting it up for a civil war, basically, because if he can fool enough people into allowing him to win, it doesn't even matter whether he wins. They're gonna do civil war anyway. I mean, because if he loses, there's gonna be an all out. It was a rigged election, and I really want to say, I just want if it's a rigged election, then why the hell are you trying so hard? Okay, if it's rigged, then why don't you just shut the hell up? If it's rigged, right? Was it rigged when in 2016 when you were yelling it was rigged, it was rigged, it was rigged, and you won?
Or they made it, or the riggedness made a mistake and actually process him. See, this is, and
Yeah,
then he said all the votes in 2020, all the votes that voted for GPO like Trump, it was discounted. It moved all the votes moved over to Biden. What about the downline? What about the people?
exactly.
What about them? Well,
Exactly.
those came out right. Just the name of Trump. Come on, man.
Right.
Okay,
Right. But you know what? People believe that, man. People believe that. And I just I've gotten to the point where I'm not going to change anyone's mind and I'm not going to try. Again, I just look at what I can do in order to counteract that so the people who are actually out there looking for facts can actually find facts and not what someone told them about something, some obscure, print in some newspaper like or some media like Newsmax, who were just, I think they were just sued again. It's like, come on, man.
I don't really get John. This is another one. This is one of those. This puzzles the hell out of me. Shows. Here's another one. Yeah, okay. You don't like the current people who's running for president or any office.
Right.
I don't like him. I think I'm just gonna stay home. What kind of sense do that make?
Again, that's what's being played to the people. That's what they're being portrayed. It's a psychological game. People are like, that's why you're hearing this. Well, why even bother? Why even? And I've seen in some of the 17-year, 18-year-old the TikTok things and everything, and they're like, just it's the same old thing. Tune. We used to say, turn on, tune in, and drop out. Okay. So you turn on, you get high, you tune into whatever the culture thing is, and you drop out of major society. It was a mistake then, and it's a mistake now, but that's what they're looking at. It's nothing new, man. I'm looking at, they say different words, they do different things, but it ain't nothing new. I mean, but see, this is how the powers that be continue to keep us separated and run society. I mean, when you get beyond the point of Democrat and Republican, when you get beyond, it should be criminal. It should be totally criminal for me to get taxed on my fund, my money that I get from my job, go to the gas station, get taxed on the gas that I got to pay for to buy the gas, get taxed on the food that I bring home from my family, get taxed on the house that I go to live with my family, be taxed on the electricity that I use, be taxed on the water that I use. Okay, we are looking at almost, they're talking about, people are talking about, oh, that's nothing but socialism. Like, do you realize we're spending like 90%, 85, 90% of our funds in taxes that goes back to the government? That's socialism. I mean, but
and after all that goes back to the government and turn this thing back to the political bit, then they turn around and ask you for money to support their campaign.
yeah,
I got a solution to that, John. Here it is. From henceforth, no political person gets any money from anybody. It's against a law to beg for money.
yep, I agree.
Certain amount of money. Unless he's running for Senate, okay, you're gonna get $50,000 to do your campaign. That's all the fuck you get.
That's it.
And we're gonna give you $1 million. That's all the fuck you get. You ain't borrowing money, you ain't begging money, you ain't putting that shit up on the damn TV all over the goddamn.
Nothing.
Get your ass, and we'll give you a plane. You fly around and get in front of people. That's what you do.
Yep. See, I agree. We have to change the way this system is being run. I mean, honestly, and that's the truth. That is a wonderful, again, that's another solution that you came up with. That is another solution. You get $50,000 for lower seats, $1 million for the president, and that's all the money that can be spent, period. If it's spent, you spend anything else, it's illegal and you get out of the race. That's the way it should run. Not how much money you get, not how much money you can beg, borrow, and steal. I that's just, it only makes sense to me, because then if you get what we're having right now, that the people, that's why the 1% are running everything, because it's structured that way.
It's absolutely correct. Absolutely
It's
correct.
structured that way. I mean, and this the whole system. It's not just, it's the whole entire system. The only thing that I can say is that, like some people will just go like, okay, let's just burn it down. You got to have something to replace it. If not, then you have chaos, and I don't like chaos, because chaos is the strongest survive, and basically is what we have now. But you're talking about bloodbaths on the street. If I see something I want, I'm gonna take it, whether you have it or not. If I see something in the store I want, I'm gonna go get it. If I can do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another policy. Here come another policy. Another policy.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Supreme Court. You get nothing but 16 years. That is it. After 16, your ass is out.
Yes.
Two presidentials. Two. That's it. Then you got to go.
That's it. See, on the weekly wrap up with John and Yancy, you guys are getting solutions to different situations that we have that's going on in America today. Okay. Talk to us, let us know what you think, and leave what you think a solution is. But I agree with the Supreme Court. They get two presidents, period. The Supreme Court is now being ruled by people who have been placed in that position for purposes of skewering the society the way they want it to go. It should not be that way. The people that are there now are the people that's been there past 8 years, should never be there.
That's right. That's right. They should not be there. They should be gone. So, case in point, here we are, Supreme Court. They're the lowest. What is that? What is that I'm talking about? Their
approval rating. Approval rating.
Lowest. Anything. It's only 28%. That should say people. Somebody says, we got.
So psychologically, let's look at this, man. We have these people that we call Supreme Court justices, right? Who only 20% of America agree with. Does that make sense?
Come on.
Really, does it make sense?
Come on, you guys. 28% of the people say, I like them. But the other, whatever that percentage, I ain't smart. They say no.
I mean, it's 78%. Look, man. The thing is that psychologically, it makes it. You sit there and you look at it and you go like, "What the heck are we doing?" It don't even make sense.
We got a seasoned Supreme Court justice that put upside down flag on his property. The other one on the other properties, indicating who he was and what's he for. What?
Yeah. What? Yeah. But those are your non-biased judges. It's like, come on, man. We're not. Again, but it is another facade that's being that's being exposed. The one thing, man, I remember something and I know people may think this is weird, but I remember something I heard Cat Williams say, and he said, 2024, the truth gonna come out. Okay, people gonna learn stuff. And not just about what he's talking about. I'm talking about, the society in general, the things that we've been allowing to control us in America.
Look at that. Happening now. It's already started, right?
Yeah.
We learned a lot of different stuff. We learned a lot about Trump. We learned about P. Diddy was a goddamn freak. We're learning a lot of shit, right? We're learning some stuff, man. And where do you land with all this information? How you going to account for this stuff and understand it and categorize it and this information you have? I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'll stay home and not vote. That's what I'm gonna do.
See, and again, that doesn't make sense. It just does. When you do that, then you're a part of the problem. And that's the whole thing. If you do not vote, if you do not get out and vote, if you do not get out and exercise your right as an American citizen, and I want to get back on that for a second because there's some other lie that I didn't heard. Anyway, as an American citizen, right, and vote, then you're going to deserve exactly what you get, which is going to be horrible. You think it's bad now, you have no idea what it's going to be like under an autocracy. Look at Venezuela, look at the people of Venezuela, look at the different governments of autocracy, and then look at the people who actually have to live under them, not the ones that they show you on camera, the people that's actually surviving, paycheck to paycheck. And you'll see that it's horrible. It is horrible. Okay. But that's what you're voting. That's what you're not voting for if you don't vote, man. Okay. Listen, I want to say one thing, and this, you please check it out. People go look it up, right? It is illegal for any non-citizen of the United States of America to vote in a federal election. Don't believe the bullshit you've been hearing. Okay. It is illegal. There, you cannot bring people across the border so they can vote. It's unless they're a citizen, they can't vote.
Can't do it, man. It's illegal. You know what? I heard something the other day, and we are talking about how we should go out and react and do things and say things and go out and vote. Silence is an answer also. That was tough. I don't know what I was doing. I was sitting on TV, watching TV, and using my phone at the same time. And it was silence is an answer also. The caught
Yeah.
I said that is absolutely correct. Silence is an answer. It's an answer.
Yeah.
Oh, if we sit at home and not do a damn thing, we said what?
We agree. See, and there's something that Martin Luther King said about silence, that the silence of our friends in the time of need will be remembered. I mean, if you're just tuning out right now, and I don't care about politics, it don't matter to me. You're very misinformed. Please just take the 10 minutes to half hour or the hour to get informed. Listen to the weekly wrap up with John and Yancy. I told some there's a young man at the I got to shout out the T-Mobile store in Rancho Cucamonga, and I had to trade my phone, and we were talking. As a young black dude, and we were talking. He's from Arkansas, and we were rapping back and forth. And like I told him, he said, "I'm just gonna sit back and let the chips fall where they may." And I said, "Okay, so you're just not gonna be?" And he said, "Nah, is what's gonna happen is gonna happen." I said, "Do you realize that you are a part of which you're becoming a self-prophesied speaker, because what you say is going to happen is definitely going to happen because you're not participating, but if everybody believed like you, then what you see right now, what you're not happy with, and different things that's happening, is going to get worse. It's going to continue because you're not, and at the end of the conversation, he's going to register. See, I used to register people to vote, and he's going to, I told him, like, I'm going to get in touch with him. I said, dude, let me just go out. Look, he said, how do I know what's facts? Listen to the weekly wrap up with Johnny Yancy. Okay. That you can start there, right? You can start by asking questions instead of receiving information. Just ask questions. And
get out there and vote. You know what? Today, nowadays, you don't have to go anywhere to go vote.
No. There you go.
I signed it. I had it
signed, sealed, delivered. Yep.
I voted. Ready to go. So, come on, you guys. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, man, and it's very important. It's going to be very important. I mean, and every year we say, "Oh, this is the most important," but this is the most important one of our lifetime. If we want to continue the democracy, if you don't, then okay. If you want to believe that corporations have your best interest in mind, okay. If you want to believe that it won't be illegal to put carcinogens and major, toxins in your food that they're already doing. And people tell you that our food is toxic, but they don't realize there are regulations keeping the rest of the junk that's supposed to be in there that they want to put in there out. So
think about it. Trump told who was those the oil barons, I guess you want to call
Yeah,
them.
the old barons, right?
If you guys give me $1 billion, I'll roll back every damn one of Biden's policies for you.
So
Is
I
that
mean,
is that quid pro quo?
quick pro quo. That's what it's called. Yep. A quick pro quo. And that's exactly what it is. That's what America's built on that. See, this is the thing. The thing of it is he's just doing out in the open. You know, America is built on that. And if we want to continue to go that way, then support him. I mean, that's what can you say? If you don't, then hey, look, man, again, I have to look at it. If I had a perfect world, would I have a candidate like Joe Biden? No. Okay. In a perfect world, no, I wouldn't. But we don't have a perfect world. We don't live in a perfect world. And you look at the alternative, and you have to go, you have to look at the person that's taking care of his grandkids and doing stuff and not looking out to kill, steal, and destroy people who didn't agree with him. You know, uh, evil.
I just don't know where we are, man. I don't know where we are. It's just like I'm in a dang time tunnel, just spinning around, looking around, just trying to figure out where the heck we
Yeah.
are. Because every day
It's con-
something craziness. It's just
mhm.
it's just
It's confusing.
state of flux. How about that?
You know, Michael Jackson made a song. It's called "State of Shock." That's our whole society right now is, and I look at things like going like, what? Like you said, I don't understand most of the stuff that's happening, and I don't understand why it's happening. I look at, I'm a big person, like, well, why would that happen? You know, how could they, how could a person start to think that way or believe that way? And there is no, it's just what people are being fed is what we're all being fed. Information or through TV. You'd be surprised, man, through the triggers and through the stuff that's writers write into TV shows. I've been studying that lately, and I'm telling you, past the 60s, man, whew, you can see you can look at, you can see the writing, you can see how they're skewing it toward one way or another for society to believe, and it's done through those things. That's why they want this, you know, that's why it's called programming, because they program you, and people who pay attention to that thing, it's programming. You know, and a lot of people do. We babysit our kids that way. Sit down here. Or even if you don't have that, even if you go online, people look at, you know, with iPads and stuff, but look at what the major apps are and what they're actually putting out.
We're so programmed as a shame. We're just programmed people. That's who we are.
Yeah.
And I mean, as I can sit here and start talking about certain things, and programs on my phone start sending me those things I've been talking about. That's terrible. The other thing is that it was so programmed is that oh dang, I lost train of my thought again.
You're talking about Siri telling you things. I can't even say that name anyway, or the other name, you know, telling you stuff that you talk about. You know, I mean that's just it's weird. It is, or if you run a search on something on your phone, all of a sudden you start seeing all these commercials on stuff. Even if it was something like you said, oh, I wonder what the wheelbase of a 2024 car is, right? And you look for it, all of a sudden you're not only looking for the wheelbase of it, but all of a sudden you start getting new car sales, this and this and that and that and this. You're like, I'm not looking for a car,
Yeah, so
but
we're so programmed through media and everything, and this is how. Now you got to understand, Trump is a genius at this.
oh yeah, he's good.
I'll give him that. He is a genius at new programming, flipping the script, as we would call it, and it's
Yeah,
changed. He's good at it because from 2016 to the now, he has moved up almost 10 points in the black African the black communities. So he's
and
doing
yeah.
something right? He's doing something. So
And I just would like to talk to them, and I'm not talking about the step and fetches that are in office right now, but I'd like to just talk to the everyday person that especially that would support him. I just want to talk to him, say, I just want to ask him why. Just give me a reason. I just would like to know. And I'm not talking about yelling, screaming, arguing this and that. Give me a reason of why you would decide to support this person.
yeah.
And you see, the whole thing about the man, that's another thing that they program us to do. If I don't agree with you, you are my enemy. You know, it's like, oh Lord.
Yeah, I just want to know why also, because maybe 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 there's something I missed. Maybe
Yeah.
there's something I need to know that I need to tell. Yancy, you change your mind on this because
Educate me. That's what I'm looking for. If I'm wrong, or if I'm maybe you can educate me something that I don't know. I mean, and maybe I would change my mind, but I'm not. All of the anger and all the that's been associated and tied to this, all of the anger and all of the I hate you, and if you don't believe like me, you're my enemy, and if my enemy, I have to support. I gotta, I have to destroy you, and all that. That is just. That's madness. That's what they're programming us to do. If we would sit down and just talk, and I'm not just talking about talking to respond. I'm talking about listening to what the person is saying. Maybe there is a reason. Maybe there is a good reason. Maybe there's something that we missed. But all of the anger and all that stuff, man, we can't, we can't sustain that. We can't keep that up. I mean, all that's going to do is bring chaos and thank you. All that's going to do is bring chaos, man, and anger and destruction into our communities, into our neighborhoods.
yeah. Yeah. You see, yeah, John has a producer there, bring some coffee and stuff. I ain't got nothing, man. See, you hear that? Thank you. He said, "Thank you, honey."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My wife just brought me some coffee. She sure did, because I missed my coffee this morning. And she asked me on the way out when she was going upstairs, "Did you get your coffee?" I was like, "No, I didn't." And she brought it down for me. Thank you, dear.
uh,
Mm.
oh, mess
I
with
like
you.
when Yancy calls her my producer. I like that. He has a producer bringing some. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have that too. We're gonna have that's just prophetically speaking.
Right, that's right, man. That's right. Oh, so what's on your mind, John?
Man, you have just basically just go. I am looking more into I'm trying to do a deep dive into programming on how we're programming, and I know this sounds really weird, but how the different medias right now, what they're doing, because I would like to inform people when they watch certain shows and certain things, and you feel certain way about certain people, that's being programmed for you to believe that way and feel that way. I'm not, I've been doing a lot of reading and then a lot of the self-researching, man, getting myself straight away. But I am just surprised at the way. First off, I want to thank the universities. They're doing a damn good job. They're doing what universities are supposed to do. Okay, when we were fighting against the Vietnam War and all this other kind of war, it was done in the universities. The universities right now, whether you believe with them, you agree with them or not, these are the people that's going to run this country. Okay, and they have a right to say and do what they feel. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, this stuff and I'm gonna say the word, this shit in Israel has got to stop. Okay, and it just doesn't make sense to me anymore. I don't. We've been yelling about this for years. Seems like years. Killing innocent people has just got to stop. I don't care whether you hate Palestinians. I don't care what you feel about Palestinians. They're human beings, and these people are killing them. They're doing evil. Make no mistake about that. That is kill, steal, and destroy. It's evil.
Very good.
Okay, I'm done.
That was John's editorial corner.
Yeah. That's about, man. I'm looking at what's happening in the world, and not just there's a lot of different things happening around the world. In Somalia, there's just, there's all kind of things. I'm looking at the different violence that's happening around in different countries, and what part America's playing in it, or the West is playing in it. Haiti is another thing. People, we know. I'm looking at Haiti, and everybody's wondering, why is there such, violence in Haiti? Because Haiti has minerals. Haiti has one mineral that's not found anywhere else in the world. It comes from a meteorite from outer space. Okay, you want to know why, what they're fighting in Haiti for? They're doing exactly what they did in Africa to Haiti, to keep the tribes fighting each other while they steal the minerals.
There you go.
I mean, I keep saying this is not new.
Now
You
put
know,
that
what
in
the hell? It's not new.
you got it. You got it. You got it. It only takes just a little bit. Just ask yourself the question, why? Or ask someone, why? Ask that question, and it'll take you all the way to the end.
Yeah.
But why is that? Well, wait. I don't understand. But why they do that? Couldn't. Why do it that way? Ask those.
Mm-hmm.
Take the end.
You know, I mean, because I kept looking at, and then there are parts of Haiti that there's not. We see Port-au-Prince when they show Port-au-Prince, but I just saw a video the other day. It was on a different website. It was like a travel type, but they showed Haiti today. They showed shopping centers, man, where you can buy Rolexes inside the shopping centers. I mean, this was like Beverly Hills type stuff. They you there wasn't nobody with toting AK-47s running down the street and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, well, if this is up in the hills, then why are they doing this in Port-au-Prince? And then you look at the different entities that are there.
Because
Peacekeeping.
they know where they are. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So we will do this over here. It's
Yep.
simple. It's
It's
called
like,
and sleight of hand.
yep, slide of hand. We're peacekeepers. Yeah, take all that minerals and slide this right over here. You know, I mean, that's basically what they're doing. And then they're paying tribes people to fight. And they're, I mean, when you have nothing, when they have nothing, if you have, yeah, people say, well, they're just, that's the way those are. See, that's the black people. That's where, let me ask you a question. You could look at any other country. If you have dirt poor, I mean, dirt poor, I mean, living in dirt, right? And someone walks out there and they give you an AK-47 and a whole bunch of bullets because you can't buy it. Okay. So it has to be given to you or introduced into that society. And they tell you, those people over there got what you want. Go get it. Okay. What you gonna do? Right. But then you tell the people on the other side, they got what you want. Go get it. And now they're fighting over nothing. And you're raking in all the minerals. And these other people are fighting. They're killing each other, and they're never going to get what they're fighting for. That's what happened. So colonization is exactly the same thing.
Where we are, guys. Right where we are. We're
And
here.
then you look at 2024 and you have people who are supposed to be educated, fighting over, a woman's right to do what she wants to do with her body, people's right to believe what they want to believe, as long as they're not hurting anybody. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm just a person that wants people to live, have the right to live and pursue their happiness, as long as it's not killing, hurting, or stealing nothing from somebody else.
No, it's just that simple. It's not difficult. That's not difficult at all. It really
I
isn't.
don't, I don't want my tax dollars going for war. I don't want my tax dollars that I work for going to pay, for people to kill people with. I don't want that. I want to be able to take care of people inside the United States and make sure people in the United States have what they we live the creed in which we tell every people we are, because we tell people that in around the world, oh, we're free, or people in America is free, and we're the least free of all of them. I mean, I
Not
don't know.
difficult. You don't want to hold out. It's not difficult. Not difficult at all. So
It's not. And people, so when people say they hate when you liberal, and I'm not sure if I'm a liberal, what does that mean? Or you woke? What is it? Can you define woke? What does that mean?
yeah,
Well, I mean, to the T, define it.
well that means stop giving the black folks stuff. That's
That's what I'm saying. Define it. Tell me what that means. And let's come together with a not just your definition of it, but the major definition that they're being used all the time. What does that mean? That means because you see other people for what they are and who they are, and you give them the authority to live their own lives the way they want to live their lives, as long as they're not hurting, stealing, killing from somebody else. Is that what that means? If that's what that means, then yeah, okay, I'm woke. But if it means something different, then no, I'm not. you know, it's crazy, man.
where we
It's
are, bro.
crazy.
That's where we are. So where you from?
So, hey, man, What's happening with we're gonna flip the switch to sports news fans. What's happening? I've been missing all of the games. Have you been watching any?
I've been watching the games, man. They're very exciting. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be. I'm
Who?
gonna tell you who's going to the finals and who's gonna win.
Who?
It's gonna be Mavericks and Boston.
Oh, oh, okay. So you you sidestepped the Timberwolves, huh?
Wow, they down 3-0. They ain't coming back.
Oh, they're not coming back. 3-0. That's it. They're done.
They ain't
They're
coming back.
done. They're done. Now I'm gonna have to watch the finals. I draw the line at that. Okay, I will definitely be watching the finals. Because I always do. It's that's when the best basketball is played. That's when.
If Boston can get Korzinga back, if they get
Okay,
for the finals, they'll win. I don't think they match well against the Mavericks at all. I think the
really,
Mavericks really take it to them. That man, the Mavericks is they
they
something.
hot, huh?
They something.
I'm gonna have
Man.
to watch them. I'm gonna have to look at them. I'm have to look at this. See, this is what happens when you're a Laker fan. You go to have to look at other entities to get your enjoyment because you guys always fail. Anyway, sorry, but
I'm a Lakers fan through by heart, and I'm always gonna be a Lakers fan. I'm always gonna watch the Lakers. I'm gonna follow the Lakers, but I can't be the number one fan. I just can't.
no, no, I can't. They're not even they don't even have a resemblance of greatness that they used to at all. They don't have the same air. They don't have that championship air that the Lakers had. When you would say the Lakers, that's why everybody was chanting beat LA because they had the air of championship, right? These people don't. They
No,
really don't.
people just don't accept their roles. And I'm gonna switch back.
Hmm.
You got Anthony Edwards. He's a bad boy, man. That boy can go. I'm telling you, that dude can do his thing, but he won't accept his role and step into his greatness. He at the last few seconds of the ball game, 3 minutes, I want the ball in my damn hand, nobody else's hand. He
Hmm.
wants like he want it. He don't want to accept he's a franchise player. You got to control and manage that team. And he hadn't been doing it.
There's either well, I mean, in historically, there's either two reasons why he don't have it or he's afraid.
Well, I guess.
One or the other. One or the other. Either you're the real deal or you're not. If he is the real deal, step up. Time to step up. If you're not the real deal, then you need to let everybody know I ain't me.
Right.
That ain't me. I don't know, man. I mean, basketball. I love basketball, and I like to see different players. And I heard and I watched him. He's a really talented player, but does he have championship? I mean, is can he be a leader? Can he be a champion? Being a champion takes more than just skill in the game. You got to have your brain in the game. You have to be, no one. That's why when people talk about some people being arrogant, they're not arrogant. No one can beat me, period. You have to believe that. If you don't believe that, then you're going to leave it open for anybody to beat you. But if you're playing in competition in sports, you have to get to the point where no one can beat me. If I'm a forward, I'm the best forward that there is. If I'm a post man, if I'm a big man, I'm the best big man that there is. Tim Duncan and them. I mean, people would look past him, but he believed that.
Yeah. See, think about now, the big man nowadays, John, they don't want to be big man. They
I
want to be
know.
they want to bring the ball down.
They want to be point guards. They want to be point guards, man, or forwards. I'm like going, you a big man. Get your butt down court and
If you don't get your big ass in there and get a damn rebound,
I know. Get down there by the rim and grab the ball. Defend. Don't be sitting up there trying to shoot the 3-pointer. I'm like, that's not your job. If you did that, like if there was a game, end of the game, and you said you've been practicing that, you go, I got this, and you drift out to the 3-point line and win the game. Yeah. But other than that, stay your ass in the paint. You know?
and then again, my boy David Moore, promoter also out of Islands area. David Moore, he said something very profound. He said these people nowadays, these new teams, don't know how to close out. They just ran
Ah,
came out, man. They just running and gunning it, and all of a sudden they just doing. Then all of a sudden they go cold because it's a game like that. It goes up, it
ebb
ebbs
and
and
flow.
flows, and they'll know how to close it out, and they lose. This is what happened. That's what happened to the Bulls.
And see, yeah, okay. So then this is when people watch games with me, that's you said something that I do, and I watch that most people don't understand. In the game of basketball, there's ebb and flows. Okay, if you see that, you see when they peak, you see when they dive, you see when they peak. If it's the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left or 2 minutes left, and they're on a downward slide, they gonna lose. you
Yeah,
know, they gonna lose, and it's nothing. It's not. Is you just I look at it and I go like they lost, and everybody goes. How do you know? Shut up. You don't know when they lose. You think you know everything. No, it's an ebb and flow. You watch it.
real quick. How they lose? In the ebbs when it starts going down, they want to start shooting 3 pointers. You don't shoot no 3 pointer in a goddamn valley. You shoot
No,
up top. This is
that's
when you
Brit.
point.
That's right. When you're in the valley, bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and
Yeah.
butter. Bread and butter. Go to the hole, go to the hole, go to the hole. But these people wants to step out, like you said, they step outside and start hitting these threes or trying to hit the threes. Now, if you can hit the three, that's fine. But the best 3-point shooter in the NBA is at home watching it on TV. Okay, so you can't always hit those threes and depend on them to win the game because it's not going to do that. You got to have bread and butter. You
Live by
know.
the three, die by the three.
Yeah, and that's what happens, which is the reason why I like the WNBA, man. Look, I watch the WNBA, I watch women's basketball, period. Their plays are elegant. You can watch them set up a play, and then watch them lull people in and then watch them attack the hole, the old school stuff, right? That the NBA doesn't do anymore most of the time. They're either three-pointing or they're driving to the hole.
Pretty
They're
much.
not really setting up plays anymore. I like the WNBA because I like to see the plays set up, and I love the women. I like women's basketball. It's really nice.
And its popularity has really started to grow and get better and better and better. And I like that part of it. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
be I'm not a women's basketball watcher in WNBA because I don't want to watch basic basketball. And I like the slams. I like the different.
They're gonna get there. They're gonna get there. See, and here's the thing. Um,
I don't think so.
I
They
think
can't do those type of things. I'm not gonna say they can't slam, but they ain't gonna slam like the Mighty Men slam. They ain't happening.
no, they're not gonna be forcefully slamming and hanging on the rim and stuff. No, I mean, I'm not gonna say that because some of these women, man, they got some ups, bro. I've seen them do some, and they can drive, they can take the heat when they're going in. Again, I'm not saying play against men, but I like watching them play against the different women's team. The aces, I kind of like. I do, have favorite players and stuff. And again, my granddaughter plays basketball. That's what actually got me into to women's basketball. And then I met a couple of coaches that are women's basketball coaches, and I'm like, okay, and they know the game, and that's the part that surprised me. I don't know why it surprised me. That was the bias that's been hammered into my head. That a female was like she knew the game better than me. And I was sitting there going like,
I like
she
as well. I like Ace Ace's what's her name? Asia. She's
Asia, yeah,
can do her thing. She really can. Kelsey Plum, left hand guard, and
yeah.
shoot lights out, man. These people are good.
They're good.
It's just not
They're
my
good. I hear
it's
you. No, I feel you. I feel you. Man, I'm the guy that's on the like in my granddaughter's game. I'm the guy that's on the front row screaming screaming plays, and stuff. But then there's a woman that was on side of me. She was yeah, set them up, do that, do that. I'm like looking at her like, what? Yeah. But man, and there's a new I'm gonna be asking them to be sponsors. There's a new league that's coming out called the Basketball League, and it's not like it's not competition with the NBA at all. Okay, but they're called the Basketball League, and I have a friend that's an owner of one of the teams called the Commanders, out of Hartford, I believe, Connecticut. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of good, doing some things with that. I'm gonna talk to him about being being sponsors and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just basketball. I like basketball, and there's different types and different levels of basketball being played in the United States, and we're just focused on the NBA. Those are the billionaires, but there are people who are, who for the love of the game is playing ball for, not $1 billion. I mean, you look at the average salary or the minimum wage on the NBA is over $500,000. I mean, that's minimum wage for the person sitting on the bench that never plays. So again, same thing with football. So
Yeah. So what do you think about the excitement of Kelsey? What's her name? Kelsey, whatever. Iowa.
uh yeah, okay. Um I think she's a good player. I think that we haven't, we don't know what's going to happen with her when she starts really competing against people who don't respect her. And I think that it could be good for the league. Um, I think she has haters. I haven't heard her or looked at her demeanor. So I'm not going to say I'm a supporter or a hater, but I think for the league, for women's basketball, it could be a good thing. Um, Whether you hate her or like her is another story. I think they paid too much attention to her. I think she got way too much press, and way too much press. But people think
I
that.
don't. I definitely don't hate the lady. That's for darn sure. But I don't. First of all, I don't know the lady.
Mhm.
It's so common what people do. It's common to start bringing these people and hype these people that are coming out of college and bring them in the NBA or WNBA, where all the good people are already, and they don't measure well. Okay,
There you
that's
go. There you
certain people.
go.
Her debut coming out of college in the NBA, she's not done well at all.
Hmm.
Top at every station, and she had to pay the damn toll. You can't do that, and they need to stop doing that to people.
Yeah, they
Stop
should.
setting them up like that. They
Yeah, they
carry that
should.
burden by saying, "Oh, I'm this person. I gotta do this. They expect me to do this. They pay me this kind of money. I gotta go." It don't happen. The good people are already in the WNBA and NBA. As a point, being an idiot and a bad person, all the bad people are already in jail. So,
Yep.
so you gonna go in the jailhouse? You're gonna be stopped at the gate. Here's some rules here, buddy. Kate, here's some rules here. Same damn thing. Here's some rules. And you gotta abide by them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's like I said, she hasn't been really tested yet.
Hmm.
Against people, against someone who has superior skills and does not respect her.
Got a question for you, John.
Go ahead.
Whatever happened to Ralph Sampson? Remember Ralph Sampson came out and he was supposed to be the best basketball player, came out and he went to Houston Rockets?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Still
That's the
not on
same thing. You're right. You're right. Because
nothing.
they shouldn't, you know what? There's a point that you made a little while ago. They, the sponsors and the people that control major athletics should not put that responsibility, that pressure on a person, especially a young person. That you said they're giving her X amount of millions and stuff, so she's got to perform at that level. And if you're not performing at that level, you destroy a person. You told even, and that pressure could destroy her if she's not mentally strong. It could be destroy her. That's not basketball. That's something that's totally different.
That's
Public
financial
pressure is
warfare.
totally different.
It's financial warfare. That's what that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they can destroy you with it. They can destroy you with it. I mean, the only thing that I could say that I learned, I teach my granddaughter that I learned from the late great Kobe is that practice. Practice,
Practice.
practice. Live it, love it, learn it. Learn it, live it, and love it. If you don't, then you're not gonna be the best at it. You can be good. You can be really good, but in order to be the best, you have to like it, live it, and learn it.
Right. Kobe had 3 sessions of practice every single day. Every single day. He's up three. He gets up early, come home, eat breakfast, take a rest, go to a second shift, and go to third shift after that. Every
There you
single
go.
day.
Every single day. People look at how did Steph Curry, because he shoots over, 200, 300, 500 shots for that same shot
Mhm.
per practice. I mean, per not per week. You know, so and that's why when the one game that they won, when they passed the ball into him, he just turned and shot. Right. I like the guy because when they ask him, "How did you do that?" You know, he didn't say, "Well, you know, I'm Steph Curry." I mean, you know, he said, "Muscle memory, man, muscle memory. I do this all the time. Muscle memory."
That's exactly what muscle memory. That's exactly
Yeah,
what
he
it
said, "I didn't have time to think. I just muscle memory. Boom." You know.
is.
And that's because you do it so much, your muscles go, "Oh yeah, this is it." Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I like basketball.
There you guys, now you guys know. But you know what, you guys? Let me tell you guys something. Basketball and life is the very same thing. Now check it out. Listen to me real quickly here. What's that? Oh, no. Anyway, um, basketball players know basketball. They practice every single day, but they can't do what John does. Because why? This is not their expertise.
Yeah.
This is the expertise. Their expertise is that. So keep things in perspective. Don't get tied up in what they do and how and you want to do it. Do what you do. Do what you do, and be the best you can do at what you do. Okay, my words for the day.
I'm gonna put a applaud line in that. Amen. Yes. That's the thing. That's it right there. How do they always tell you stay in your lane? Do what you do best because it's part of the puzzle. You know, if you become the best at what you do, it's part of the puzzle in somebody's life and somewhere. You know, we don't see people think we see the grand. We don't know what the grand picture is. But if you be the best that you could be and be the best person that you could be, you're going to be a part of the puzzle, you know, to making things great and making things happen well for people. You know, I mean, and that's where, I mean, you really want to, that's where my brain is. I just want to change the focus, man. You know, change the focus from destruction and death and I hate you and to, you know, hey, look, let's do this. You know, let's make this good for everybody. Let's just do this. I know it sounds Pollyanna, but you know, I'm gonna do what I can. Do what I can, bro. And I'm gonna do the best that I can. I'm gonna be the best at what I do. And that's what I'm be like you just said, we're asking everybody else to do. With that said, we took y'all around the world today, baby. You got what you paid for. You got what you paid for. We took you around the world. We saw solutions here. We gave you solutions. We talked about solutions. And Yancy raised several great points. I elaborated on them, and that's what we do. Every week, that's what we do. We chop it up. The weekly wrap up with John and Yancy. You guys can find us on anywhere that you get your podcast from. We're on just about everything. If you look for it, we're on Amazon, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on we actually, I saw one of our programs on what is it called, iHeartRadio, whatever it is. Yeah, we one of our programs is on there. A couple of them are on there. When I was just scanning to see exactly where we were at. You can find us just about everywhere, and anywhere you get that your podcast from. And if you can't find it, you know, let me know and I'll send it to you. All right, that's the weekly wrap up with John and Yancy, guys. Hey, love each other. You know what? Really, seriously, man, enjoy life, respect life. You know, it's a serious, it's a delicate thing, and you know, it's something that really matters is each breath that we take. I don't want to get too deep. But anyway, listen, guys.